Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Redface here, and welcome to a bit more of a serious video. I see that everybody's talking about this new situation that's happened involving YouTube. I mean, it's not even new, it's just brought into the light, I guess I'll put it that way. So, I've kept it no secret that Corey is my favorite YouTuber on the platform. He really is inspired me to want to be a YouTuber, not for any like fame purposes or self benefits, but just because I want to spread joy to others the way that he's done it and the way that a bunch of other YouTubers who have also inspired me have done it, just in order to create a positive atmosphere and just make others happy with the things that make me happy too. And basically, one of his most recent videos, I'm sure some of you, or at least a fraction of you that have seen this, that are going to watch this video, have seen his. Even though, let's be honest, nobody's watching my channel. Sorry, just gonna try to keep jokes to a minimum. Uh, it sort of addresses YouTube's situation. One of its most major issues involving its algorithm, and not even really the algorithm, just the people at YouTube themselves. Not all of them, but definitely the people behind the scenes who are controlling things. Um, it's just I'm not gonna be like other higher up YouTubers who are gonna make like 15-20 minute videos discussing Corey's thing, because for starters they're seasoned when it comes to this line of work. They already know what they're doing, and they already know the general way things should properly work, opposed to somebody like me. However, and I wasn't even initially going to do a video, that is actually the reason why I decided to change my mind and hop up on here to release my thoughts on it, because something that Corey, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and other creators have mentioned whenever they release videos talking about this is that they're very thankful of their YouTube reps and having been around long enough to know what is and isn't correct. And then you have other YouTubers who are like, I guess around 10K and lower, and then of course all the way down at the bottom, me, other YouTubers who are just starting out and trying to get out there, where it's like, if a situation like this is to occur, how, we don't know how to handle it, and there's nobody to help us handle it. We can't do an appeal because that's definitely going to automatically get rejected, etc., and issue after issue, and it's troublesome. Now, for me personally, no duh, I'm black. Um, I may not act black or talk black or whatever, but for most people who are racist, I mean, well, not even most, just all people who are racist, it doesn't even matter. Just the way you look, and then bam, you're counted out. So it's kind of, admittedly, it's a bit, I don't want to use the word scary, but it just raises alarms in my head, because it's almost like where along the lines, how far has this gone back, this issue, because it really can't be a new thing at all. It's just been brought in the light, like I said earlier. And secondly, how deep does it go? Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to say, oh, by now I should be at like 5,000 subscribers, etc., and YouTube's just blocking my video from reaching people's recommended or things like that. No, I'm not even gonna persuade or entertain the idea that that's even a possibility of what's happening, because I don't upload every day, and occasionally when I do upload, well, I mean, I like to think that my videos are getting better and doing numbers, but that has nothing to do with it. It's just, if that is the issue, and this goes a lot deeper than a lot of people have mentioned, then what if, let's take my most popular video, for example, that has 700 something views. What if they kind of caught that in the algorithm and they said, we don't want another one, and kind of just block my channel and many other people's channels from doing that? That would be really messed up, and that would be an issue in and of itself. Another point that Corey and Jacksepticeye, those are really the only two creators that I've seen talk about this subject. However, I do plan to educate myself more by hearing other people's thoughts on it as well, is the idea that, for those of you who don't know, I'll just fill you in really quickly. Corey uploaded a video. It got age restricted. He appealed it because everybody else's videos had the same content. It was over a game. Had the same content. Didn't have an age restriction, and then he compared it to Markiplier's, and they used that to verify his innocence. So he was literally guilty until proven innocent. And then when he was like, "Wow, this is really bad for you, and I'm gonna expose you for this," they then took a step back, age restricted his video, and then age restricted Markiplier's video as well, which is, wow, that's very shady, obviously. Um, and that says a bunch of things. Um, and the thing is with that, if that were to happen on a channel like mine or a channel like somebody else's, 1,000, 10,000, where they don't have a YouTube rep, and the appeal is definitely going to get automatically denied, because who knows, like for example, I had a video a couple weeks ago. It was the video where I was telling you guys that I was going to go on a bit of a hiatus to get my new setup and things like that. There was like the first 5 seconds of the video where YouTube said, he gave me an automatic copyright claim because it was attached to a song, which makes no sense for a couple reasons. Number one, um it was a song produced by Melv, which he has under free use as long as you credit him in the description or just in general. And number two, I thought about appealing it. I really did. But then I realized that there was not going to be any point, because A, they wouldn't have noticed, probably. It wouldn't have happened for another couple of days or weeks, may even. And B, even though the appeal has to be accepted or denied, manually by an actual human reviewer, I honestly don't think that anyone would have been there to do that at all. Which leads me to another point that, as far as I know at least, other people haven't spoken up on. I feel like the YouTube algorithm has given workers at YouTube a lot of fake, what am I trying to say here? It's given them a safety net that they've been way too lenient on. Because in the past, this has happened time and time again, where creators have essentially been irritated with the algorithm, and YouTube and you higher ups at YouTube have been like, "Oh, we're sorry, we'll get it under control." I think it was back in like 2019, 2020, where creators like Jack, PewDiePie, Markiplier, just to name a few, were upset because obviously they swear quite a bit, and the algorithm was copyright claiming, or they were doing a lot to their channels, to the point where it was almost getting close to striking them even. And even the issue with the report button, people could just mass report your video or your channel, and then if you got enough, the algorithm would automatically just shut your channel down. And it's just things like that that are really scary. And it makes you wonder what they're even doing up there. Now, there has to be some people in control, of course, but I feel like number one, what Corey, Jack, and others are saying about it is very, very true, and it's a serious issue. And number two, it almost feels like they I mean, obviously they don't really care, and I don't want to say that because that sucks, but it's honestly the truth. It seems like they don't even care, but it also seems like they just they're just leaving it all up to the algorithm that they created without having any type of monitoring over it. And I don't want to say that's the case for sure. I mean, of course, there's no confirmation of it at all. It's just speculation, but even still, it's just like really, really shady. And we don't know what's happening because they don't communicate with them. They don't communicate with creators. Especially just I do remember thinking about it earlier. I did want to bring out something that Corey brought up briefly, is that as somebody who, and I really don't want to talk about this any further for a very, very long time if I can put it off. um Something that Corey mentioned was how condescending it was for YouTube to kind of put a spotlight on black creators, as if, oh, we can't make it without you trying to lift us up. As somebody who really doesn't like feeling involved in communities too much on the internet, I definitely, and I'm sure it was also a permission thing, but even still, I definitely don't want to someday in the future, uh if the Lord allows me to have like 5 million subscribers, get highlighted by YouTube and say, oh, black creator, um, and this was our top one of Black History Month. No, no, for starters, I really don't like highlights like that at all. And secondly, it is very condescending because it does come off as, oh, I couldn't have made it without you getting me there first. But that's really all I wanted to say on that. I don't want to talk for too long, and I don't want to kind of just keep talking about this because, like I said on my channel, I just really want this to be like a space breakaway from from any bad that's in the real world. I want this to be a place where you can come, chill, we're all having a good time, and I just feel like I had to kind of address this because how could I not? I'm on YouTube. So if there's a problem on YouTube, it should be addressed. Um but yeah, I just I don't know. I really don't. I'll see you guys soon.